What's up, everybody? I'm about to head into Tone Tailors right now and show you what's new with version 12 of LV1, some of the gear I'm using in it, how I set up my rig, and how I'm mixing LV1. Buckle up. I'm excited today. Like excited. This season's been a whirlwind. I know for me, I've been spending the bulk of my time at home doing the parent-teacher virtual educated thing. Wish I got a paycheck for that. But all in all, I think it's opened up for me personally a lot of time to be able to push myself creatively. For this video, I'll be talking about my live setup and a few things I've been experimenting with, which is mostly new stuff from Waves. There's been a ton happening in the Waves community since they released their version 12 of all of their plugins. Side note, if you haven't updated your Waves plugins yet to version 12, hit me up and I'll do everything I can to help you through that process. As a Waves dealer, it's our goal to help you through an extra layer of support and service, which includes your update plans, your upgrade plans. We can take your codes from online off of the Waves website and walk you through and see what you have and give you the best options available for you. I say that because there's so much more to being a Waves dealer than just selling somebody hardware. We want to support you in your update plans, your upgrades. We want to make your experience in making music the best possible. At Tone Tailors, who we are goes so much further beyond the sale. It goes into relationships. We want to help make our industry better, and we want to help you make music as fun as it can be. In my rig today, I have the popular Ocdlabs light fly case with dual Dell touchscreen monitors in it. I also have a custom rack from my friends at Tour Supply. It's housing an IOX that I'm using for external inserts into LV1. I often use it in Super Rack as well. It all depends on the circumstance. Both of these racks travel in Pelicans for safety's sake. I'm using the Midi Plus Fit controller designed for LV1. As my front of house I/O, I'm using the digigrid D from Waves, which takes my talkback, my cue for my shout speaker, and it also plays my walk-in music. Then I have a third case with the second LV1 system in it that's being used for monitors. The reason for this is so that I can use all of the resources from the Extreme server that's in my front of house rig so that the audience has their best experience. And then the band can have their own separate experience that's catered for them and what they need to hear. It can be ran by a second engineer, or it can be ran by the MindMine app. Our friends from Waves have been busy the past few months. They gave us a ton of new content from Chris Lord-Alge. We have CLA Echosphere. Echosphere is a combination of a delay and a reverb, which was curated and created by Waves through using the stuff that you see in the videos from Chris Lord-Alge. Let's go through it real quick and just take a couple of looks. You have a ton of presets here from all your favorites. For my circumstances, I'm gonna pick one of these vocals from Chris. Since we're doing a vocal, grab and move this up here, take some of that low end mud out. Then they followed it up with another one of my favorites. So remember, Echosphere, reverb and a delay. You got two options with the reverb and the delay. CLA Epic. If you see here on the screen, you have 4 different options, 4 delays, 4 reverbs. I've already chosen my option for this mixing demonstration, but just so you can see what I'm using the Vocal 2 preset from Chris again. If you haven't seen the CLA videos that I'm referring to from Waves, we're gonna add them into a playlist connected to this video. Go ahead and check them out. And last but not least, we have the Abbey Road's RS124 compressor. It's got 2 options. You have a studio unit, you have a cutter unit. Some of the other favorite things that I love about this is you click on the fuse and it just adds this warmth to it. Come down here and expand on that plugin, and you have high pass filter and your actual parallel compression. Or let me clarify, you can use that as parallel compression with your mix blend on here on a vocal. So why we're all really here, this is why I'm really here, LV1 V12. So it's new in LV1 version 12. So first of all, they gave us some templates to be able to load our shows from, which are pretty cool. So show, the top center of your screen, then you go to sessions, and I'm gonna click load. All right, so as you can see in here, there's 4 main templates. The other ones are mine. So you have a front of house startup from Pooch. Let's go ahead and open that up real quick. So he's giving us a Q2, an Emo D5, and a Q6 as his channel strips. All right, let's go back to our mixer and see what else we have in here. One thing to note, every one of these templates that I'm gonna go through are all created in 48K. So my favorite stuff is the groups. We have a Pooch Good Cop and Bad Cop. If you notice up here in the top corner where the presets are. So Pooch Good Cop, Pooch Bad Cop on his drum parallel. And then in his H-verb setup, he is using the Pooch drum kit for his drum verb and a Pooch vocal for his vocal verb. Let's go down to his masters and see what he's got going on in there. On his left and right, he's got the API 2500 and a C6. On his center channel, he's got a Q2 and looks like the normal basic stuff. I think juice-wise, that's about it. And that's a cool little safe place to start up. You don't have too much DSP being used, anything like that. All right, let's go to our next template. Back to show. Top center part of the screen, then off to the left, we make sure we're in sessions. Go load again. We don't need to save the current session. I'm gonna skip over the LV1 empty session because that's how I load my file. And we'll talk about that one last. Then we have a pop band by Will Madeira. I definitely suggest that you go through these files and push some audio through them so you can hear individual things. I won't take up your time and do it myself right now. Don't want to experiment on your time. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bass channel. I like getting good bass tones. So here's an NLS, the SSL, a CLA 76, I should say, Blackie setting, and then the VEQ4. Let's see what else is up in here. Doesn't look like much is going on in the groups. For guitar delay, he's using the Manny Marroquin. Let's bump back through and see some more stuff is going on. We have H delay for his normal delay, and he's keeping it pretty clean on the verb side, left, right. What people do on their left, right is always like one of my favorite things. So we have the SSL comp, and then he threw the VU meter on to be able to watch that, what's going on. Now, if you notice in the matrix section, which I'll get into depth with on how I use the matrix section, he's got F6 loaded on to all those to help clean up some stuff. So he's got a left, right, a subs, fills, and outfill matrixed out. Awesome, let's move on. Back to show, make sure sessions, load. No, I don't want to save this. Then we're gonna go to a Ron session. All right, let's look through some of these. Kick in, that's neat. He goes R bass, that. So that was actually the SSL channel, sorry. Then in phase, snare top, NLS, torque, smack attack, and the SSL channel. Waves has tons of videos from Iran as well. I know he does a lot of demos for them. Let's go down to the group effects. Drums, both of them have an API 2500 on them. Bass, he has the Emo D5. Guitars, he's using a 550B. Snare verb, let's take a look at that. So he's using the R verb on the drum plate with the Emo D5 on it and a one knob brighter. Can't wait to hear that. Awesome, so that's all of the sessions right there. While I'm in his session, before I move on, the next new feature is plug-in resizing. So you come in, and we've been waiting for that for version 12, and thank you Waves for providing it for us. So version 12, one of the big features was being able to resize your plugins. My favorite function, channel colors. So channel colors. Why are channel colors cool? Because it helps you organize your session. And Go organization just always helps a workflow. Be it organization from your stage plot, from your input list. And if you don't have an input list, I'm gonna put a link in the description to my input list that you can go ahead and grab, download, and edit. But back to channel colors. I use the colors of the rainbow. So I go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, or whatever, purple, purple. So you select the channel, come up to your preset box next to your channel name, and you'll find channel color down below copy, which is about 9 functions down between copy and set channel recall safe on. Click change color, and it brings up the color picker box and shows you all of the different color options that you have. I'm gonna go red, change all of my colors on my drums to red. And then I would move from there to bass. Okay. Good. Bass will go orange. And you just keep going on from there. All right, now that all the business is out of the way, let's play. Screen 1 in my LV1 setup is my channel view. On screen 2 here, I have my mixer view set up, and mixer 1 is following the Fit controller. On screen 3 over here, I have some resized plugins. I like to be able to keep an eye out on what's going on my PA or my stream bus, whatever may be the case, so I keep up the 3 plugins that I'll show you later on that. So I'm gonna start my session from the no plugin setup. Coming in again, show, sessions, load it. I've already loaded it, so we're not gonna go through it again. No plugins loaded on the screen. The cool thing I like about this is I don't have to sit here and clear all of my plugins or rearrange. I just get to start from a fresh place. Some key things to know about my workflow is no matter the console, I have this way that I route my stuff to the PA and to my outputs. And I said in this video that I have a separate console for monitors, but oftentimes, even for me, it's not always a luxury to have. So how do you go about being able to use it one desk for multiple things? You got stream, you have to mix a PA, you also have to send monitor stuff to people. How do we work that out? Well, I'm gonna go through how I route everything real quick. I have 3 primary buses that I use. I have a worship, which I use my left and right, my master bus for, and only things that go to that master bus are things related to worship, band and vocals, reverbs, things like that. Then I have a speech bus, which is just my talking heads. So if you're doing a corporate show, it's whoever's on a headset or a handheld. If you're in church, you're using the pastor's headset, and the host and the MC and all the other microphones. They all go into a speech bus. Then my 3rd main primary bus is a playback bus, which is walk-in music and any video feed audio that's coming back to me. So let's go ahead and put those together real quick. So I go to my group effects. I'm gonna hit Alt and cheat and pop my faders up. And I'm gonna come down to my masters. On Alt, silly me. Hit Alt again, put my master up, and then I'm gonna create 2 matrices. So the reason why I created the 2 matrices is that's how I feed my PA and my stream mix. I send 3 buses, the worship, which is my left and right, speech, and the playback. I send all 3 of those buses to individual matrices, and the matrices need to be set up in stereo. So how you do that is you click matrix, you come up here to your channel view. I'm gonna come over here to the corner in the top left and click the mono to turn it to a stereo. Then I'm gonna rename this, and I'm gonna call this one PA. And on my 2nd matrix, go through, put everything into there. And this is my stream. Record mix. All right, so I have both of my matrices set up. Come down here and turn this stream record one into a stereo matrix. All right, now back to my group effects. So I'm gonna make group 7 be my speech bus. Group 8 will be my playback bus. Awesome. So that's how I route to my PA. I take all of those and put them together, and now we come back to our matrices page. Sorry, I'm on my masters. And we come in here. Do this post pan. Post pan. Let me go over here and do the same thing for my stream and record. Awesome. So now we have both of our matrices set up. Come over, open your list, and you'll add in where you're routing it to. I don't have anything connected right now, so I'm gonna flip to a scene where I already did all of this work, but that's the basics of it all. For all the following plugin demonstrations that I'm gonna go through real quick, I'm using a song from my church worship center here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, called A Reason for My Hope. It's an original. I had the privilege of mixing this song live, so I kind of have a rough idea of how it actually works out in the mix. I'm gonna try to see how close I can get to what I did in the space in the room there. Just follow along. As far as templates and mixing go, I love sharing with people, love having conversations. So if you'd like any of my template stuff or any of my presets, just shoot me an email. I'll shoot it out to you. If you want some help building your file, let me know that too. We can work together. I love helping people, like I said. I think the whole point of watching videos like this is that we're never too big in our britches to stop growing and stop learning. In my career, I've borrowed, gleaned, whatever you want to call it, pieces of mixed content, process from so many people, be it somebody standing over my shoulder coaching me as I'm mixing, me getting to shadow them and stand over their shoulder and watch what they're doing, or going to a concert and listening to an audio file and trying to duplicate what I've learned from that. So let me talk a little bit more about my routing real quick. Normally I'll take audio and I have a little like rough starts in my template, just when I push up my faders. All of the stuff that I'm gonna do today isn't exactly that. This is more like, this is my drums built in, because I wanna focus on some of the other cool plugins and things that I'm experimenting with. So on my PA, I have the Dro meter, Paz analyzer, and WLM Plus. Put both of those on my third screen so that I can see the meters going on there. On my left and right bus, which is my worship bus, my first plugin is the Pultec EQP1A. I've done a little bit of boost on the top end and on the bottom end. Like I said, you can get my presets if you'd like to see them. My next plugin is Kramer Tape. And I have that I haven't even adjusted it. I have that set to the mastering clean and open preset that's built in. I like the way it sounds. It's nice fluid and add some color. And I'll turn those off and on in a minute. Then back to the beginning of the video where I was talking about using external inserts. I have a Neve master bus compressor to my right in with the IOX, and I got that externally inserted. The reason I'm using an external insert in this situation is because I can move it around wherever I want in the mix. So if I want to try it and see what it sounds like on a drum bus, so this is an experimenting phase, remember. I'm putting on my PA because this is where it belongs really for me, in the master, in the final phase. So yeah, that's what I have on those buses. Now on my other buses, on my drums bus, I have the API 2500 on my clean and my dirty. One smashed to all get out on the smash channel, and then I have an API 550B on each. So that's my dirty, and this is my clean. On my bass bus, again, I'm pushing into these and trying to have something there usable to start with, so that I don't have to do as much work on each individual channel. So I have a bass dirty and a bass clean channel. And so when I push both the bass and the dirty in, hopefully all of this EQ work and this compression works on a bass bus. Then I have electric guitar, which is CLA Mix Hub and Kramer Master Tape. On my keys bus, I have just a high pass filter, another EQP1A, and Vitamin. And then on my vocals, I don't like to EQ my vocals too much in the beginning because they're just too many of them. I have a Kramer Pi. All right, so let's push some audio up into this. So I start off by pushing my faders up into my processing. It just gives me a rough idea where everything is at. You don't want to do a whole bunch of work in the beginning and not know where you are. Go ahead and play these audio files and just push up my faders. All right, so for my master bus stuff going on, let's just take a look at that. Hear what it's doing. Let's pose it together a little bit, put some width on it. Just trying to keep it fun. Alright, so on my lead channel here, let's talk about that a little bit. Here, let me pull these faders down a little bit. So I'm using this to get, this is what I used to use, which is the CLA2A. But let's try out the Abbey Road's new compressor, the RS124. It's got a lot of gas on it, so. And let's see if that fits in the mix here. Jesus, let the world fade away. Let the King take his place. The reason for our joy, joy everlasting, is Jesus. The reason for our peace is Jesus. Let the world fade away. Let the King take his place. Take your place on your throne of glory. You're seated in glory as we worship God. Oh, be exalted, Lord. You and you alone, Jesus. Oh, come on, I'm seen and beloved. Oh, I'm seen and beloved. I'm known and I'm chosen. This world won't define me. I'll press on to glory. Oh, Jesus, my victory. Come on, we're seen this morning. Oh, I'm seen and beloved. Oh, and I'm known and I'm chosen. And I am who you say I am. Jump through a couple things here. Pull everything back down again, and let's talk about verbs. So like I said, when I use CLA Epic, and knowing you are coming back again, we wait for Jesus, our Jesus. So in this whole phase of experimentation, what I've learned is where I used to use 5 effects. I used to have a doubler, a vocal plate, a long haul, ambient level sounding thing, a short delay and a long delay, which took up a lot of my DSP in LV1. being able to use CLA Epic is going to be super helpful for me to conserve those resources. To button this whole thing up, never stop learning, teach others everything that you can, and make time for yourself to try new things. Trying new things sparks creativity, and creativity is the most fun way to grow yourself and your skill. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment on how you set up your mix. And as always, subscribe so you can see more videos from our crew here at Tone Tailors. Peace.